Hey everybody, Tony D. Little Jones asleep on the couch, and this is a screenwriter's take on Old Henry, the Western that came out last year, starring Tim Blake Nelson as the lead character. It's a very classic Western. Let's get into it. Smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Please check out my books. Links in the description. Comedy Horror in South Jersey. It's the Pineys if you'd like to support the channel. Now, Old Henry is on a farm, and him and his son find this horse with blood on it, and they eventually find the rider who's horribly injured. They take him back home. He's got a satchel full of money, and Henry knows it's trouble, but he does it anyway. There's something in him that says to be good. His son wants anxiously to get off the farm, and the guy wakes up eventually, and Henry has to take him out, almost kills him. But he decides to spare him. But in the meantime, the bad guys showed up, led by Stephen Dorff. And these are the true bank robbers. They want the money, and they're pretty much just murderous thugs. Henry can kind of sense that, and he uses his skills to send them on their way. They don't attack immediately, but they watch the house. And so this is a very classic Western, like, how is this guy going to escape? This is his brother-in-law, lives in the next farm over. Later they come back, and he's got like a million guys. And then Henry, he puts a hurting on some people. He puts a hurting on people, let me tell you. This is a very classic Western in that, it ties into, without giving it away, a famous gunfighter of the Old West. It's about redemption and how Henry kind of redeems himself during the course of the movie. And, it's a very simple movie, and that's what I liked about it a lot. It's pretty well paced, not too slow, not too fast. The fight at the end is really good. You got to wait for it a bit, but really kicks ass at the end once you know who Old Henry really is. Now, that concludes my non-spoiler review. Let me get into the spoiler review. And you should see this movie without spoilers if you're going to go see it. So go rent it on Amazon Prime like I did, or you can rent it here on YouTube. All right, now spoilers. It's Billy the Kid. I know, it's so exciting. Billy the Kid, of course, his real name was Henry McCarthy. And so the premise is that Billy survived the old shootout that supposedly where he met his demise. And he took his old name and went and had a son, got married. His wife has already passed away. And he's just trying to live a good life. He's trying to stay out of it. The best is, just like in Unforgiven, is when Billy is turned on. When his murderous instincts get turned on and he starts killing guys. It's pretty badass. So the first act, of course, is Billy, his son, his brother-in-law. They're all living a good life. And then the rider shows up. These guys show up a little while later looking for him, and they protect the rider. Second act, Stephen Dorff and his guys kind of sense that he's probably there, so they're going to scope it out. Here they are killing another guy ahead of time. But, excuse me, Dorff immediately realizes that there's more to the farmer. And also, too, it's implied that his brother-in-law knows his secret, too. So there's this scene where he just starts blasting away, and he just starts killing guys left and right with Trace Adkins. Yeah, so this was a really good movie. A great take on an old Western theme. And Tim Blake Nelson is really good in the role as Old Henry because, he looks like a broken down old geezer, but when he comes to life, that's when the movie just, jumps to 100 when he starts killing all the guys at the house because he knows what he's doing. He's killed guys before. His son, of course, wants to go out into the real world, and he's anxious to learn how to shoot, but Henry never taught him. So, kind of interesting. You know, it's like what Billy would have learned had he lived, applying that to his son. And then in the third act, of course, they defeat most of the guys, and then, well, I won't give it all away, but you know what happens. It's a good ending. It's a good ending. It's a fit ending for Billy the Kid, and kind of like, you know, a real hero. You know, he goes down swinging and showing his son what he shouldn't do with his life. That he should be a good person. Even as his son, like, insists, no, I got to learn how to shoot. And, you know, Billy doesn't want him to go down that road. So, really good. I'm glad I finally saw it. It's a nice, simple tale. Doesn't need a lot of bells and whistles. The acting's rock solid. Everybody has something to do. You know, that's part of the problem with a movie like this. It's so simple. Like, you know, when they go to the brother-in-law's house, they mention early in the movie, oh, you know, I'm going to go bird hunting. And then later they get to the house and find him, and he's got his dead birds there, and he's cleaning them. Like, they gave him something to do. A lesser movie would have just left that clatter to the ground, and he just would have been doing something, I don't know, innocuous, like, I don't know, combing his horses or whatever. I think it was good. I think it was really good. You know, I like the tension between the father and the son. I like the big reveal that he's Billy the Kid. And, you know, Stephen Dorff is, as always, he's a good menace. He's a good menace, you know. So, yeah, Old Henry is worth your time. Classic tale of the Wild West. Or the end of the Wild West, I should say, because it takes place in 1906. So, check it out if you get a chance. I totally recommend it. Old Henry. Give it an upvote. And that's it for me. Tony D and Little Joan is out in the living room barking at something. Check us out on Bitchute and Rumble. Today I got a news blast and how I survived the coof. So we'll see you in the next one.